Here's a continuation of the short story. SCP-250's Aimless Wander. SCP-250 stands alone. SCP-250, the walking allosaurus skeleton, stands in the middle of a vast, open, and empty landscape, with no clear directions or purposes. Aimless walking. SCP-250 begins to walk around aimlessly, its skeletal feet clicking on the dry ground, without any clear direction or purpose. As SCP-250 walks, the landscape around it remains unchanged, endless dunes of sand, rocky outcroppings, and scattered scrubby plants. The sky above is a dull gray, with no sun or clouds visible. SCP-250's thoughts. SCP-250's inner monologue. Where am I going? What am I doing? I just walk, and walk, and walk. No purpose. No direction. Just walking. As SCP-250 continues its aimless wandering, the landscape begins to shift and change around it. The ground becomes increasingly rocky, and the air grows thick with an eerie, unnatural silence. The silence. The silence deepens. The silence grows heavier, pressing in on SCP-250 from all sides. The skeleton's footsteps echo through the stillness, the only sound in a world gone quiet. What will happen next to SCP-250? Will it find a purpose or direction, or will it continue to wander aimlessly through the desolate landscape? Here's a continuation. Sunset. Sunset slowly. The sun slowly dips below the horizon, casting a warm orange glow over the desolate landscape. SCP-250 continues walking. Despite the changing light, SCP-250 presses on, its skeletal feet carrying it forward with a steady, relentless pace. As the sun disappears, the sky transitions into a deep shade of indigo, with stars beginning to twinkle like diamonds scattered across the fabric of the universe. Nightfall. Night falls. The landscape is plunged into darkness, with only the faint light of the stars illuminating SCP-250's ongoing journey. SCP-250 walks on. Undeterred by the darkness, SCP-250 continues its aimless wandering, driven by some unknown force or compulsion. The silence of the night is broken only by the soft crunching of SCP-250's feet on the ground, a steady rhythm that echoes through the stillness. What will happen next to SCP-250? Will it find a destination, or continue walking forever? Here's a continuation. Nighttime. SCP-250 walks in darkness. SCP-250 continues its aimless wandering, the only sound being the soft crunching of its feet on the ground. Dialogues. SCP-250's inner monologue. Why do I walk? What drives me? I have no purpose, no direction. Yet, I continue on. Echoes in the darkness. Walk, walk, walk. Forever walking. Never stopping. SCP-250's response. But why? What's the point? Silence. There is no answer. Only the continued crunching of SCP-250's feet on the ground. As the night wears on, SCP-250's walking becomes more mechanical, its movements driven by relentless, unstoppable force. What will happen next to SCP-250? Will it find an answer to its questions, or continue walking forever? Here's a continuation. Nighttime portal. Moonrise. The moon rises high in the sky, casting an ethereal glow over the landscape. Portal appears. SCP-250 sees a shimmering portal where there was none before. SCP-250 enters portal. Without hesitation, SCP-250 walks into the portal, its skeletal form disappearing into the shimmering light. As SCP-250 moves through the portal, the landscape around it distorts and blurs, like ripples on water. Inside the portal. SCP-250's journey. SCP-250 continues to walk, its footsteps echoing through the portal's eerie, pulsing light. Distorted space-time. The portal's interior seems to warp and bend, making it impossible to discern any clear exit point. SCP-250's determination. Undaunted, SCP-250 presses on, driven by an unknown force or instinct. What will happen next to SCP-250? Will it emerge from the portal into a new reality, or remain trapped forever? Here's a continuation. SCP-250 emerges. SCP-250 exits portal. SCP-250 emerges from the portal, its skeletal form materializing within the hangar interior. Airport surroundings. The allosaurus skeleton finds itself amidst the functional airport, surrounded by various aircraft and equipment. Nearby entities. SCP-682 sleeps. Nearby, SCP-682, the unstoppable reptilian monstrosity, lies sleeping on the floor. Sun Wukong meditates. Sun Wukong, the legendary monkey king and SCP-682's owner, sits cross-legged on the floor, palms on knees, with his magical staff resting beside him. SCP-250 discovers gaming setup. Gigantic AI screen. SCP-250 notices a gigantic AI screen mounted on the wall, catching its attention. Sofa and gaming controller. The allosaurus skeleton approaches a nearby sofa and picks up a gaming controller using its long, clawed forelimbs. GTA Saw game. SCP-250 discovers the game, Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, GTA Saw, and begins to read the instructions. SCP-250 prepares to play. Holding controller. SCP-250 holds the controller between its clawed hands, examining it carefully. Rubbing chin. The skeleton allosaurus rubs the tip of its clawed finger across its bony chin, contemplating the game instructions. Ready to play. With a newfound understanding, SCP-250 prepares to play GTA Saw, its skeletal fingers poised over the controller buttons. Here's a continuation. SCP-250 plays GTA Saw. Fingers flying. SCP-250 skeletal fingers dance across the controller buttons with incredible speed and agility. In-game actions. On the gigantic AI screen, the in-game character CJ begins to move rapidly, performing intricate actions and combos. SCP-250's focus. The allosaurus skeleton's empty eye sockets seem to gleam with intense focus as it plays the game. As SCP-250 continues to play, the hangar interior remains quiet, with SCP-682 still sleeping and Sun Wukong meditating. The only sounds are the game's audio and the soft clicking of SCP-250's skeletal fingers on the controller. Here's a continuation. SCP-250 improves gameplay. Concentration. SCP-250's skeletal face sets in determination, its empty eye sockets fixed intently on the screen. Slow improvement. With deliberate slowness, SCP-250's fingers move across the controller, executing more precise and calculated actions. In-game progress. On-screen, CJ begins to complete missions and achieve objectives, reflecting SCP-250's growing proficiency. As SCP-250 continues to play, its improvement is noticeable, albeit gradual. The allosaurus skeleton's persistence and focus are unwavering, driven by an unexplained desire to master the game. Here's a continuation. SCP-250 nears final mission. Determination. SCP-250's skeletal face remains set in determination, its empty eye sockets burning with an unsettling intensity. Precise movements. The allosaurus skeleton's fingers dance across the controller with calculated precision, executing intricate maneuvers and strategies. In-game progress. On-screen, CJ navigates the final stretches of the game, completing challenging tasks and overcoming formidable foes. As SCP-250 approaches the final mission, the atmosphere in the hangar becomes increasingly tense. SCP-682 stirs in its sleep, sensing the skeleton's growing excitement. Sun Wukong opens one eye, observing SCP-250 with interest. What will happen when SCP-250 completes the final mission? Here's a continuation. SCP-250 tackles final mission. Focus intensifies. SCP-250's skeletal face sets in unwavering determination, its empty eye sockets fixed intently on the screen. Precise execution. The allosaurus skeleton's fingers move with calculated precision, executing intricate maneuvers and strategies to overcome the final mission's challenges. In-game obstacles. On-screen, CJ faces off against formidable foes, navigates treacherous terrain, and avoids deadly traps, testing SCP-250's skills to the limit. As SCP-250 battles through the final mission, the atmosphere in the hangar becomes increasingly electric. SCP-682 watches with interest, its eyes glowing softly in the dark. Sun Wukong leans forward, his eyes fixed intently on the screen. Will SCP-250 emerge victorious, or will the final mission prove too great a challenge? Here's a conclusion. SCP-250 achieves victory. Final push. With one last surge of determination, SCP-250 overcomes the final challenges. Mission accomplished. The screen displays, mission passed, as the allosaurus skeleton's fingers freeze on the controller. Automatic shutdown. The screen flickers and shuts down, plunging the hangar into silence. SCP-250 returns to rest. Motionless state. SCP-250 slowly rises from the sofa and walks to the fossil supporting pad. Standing still. The skeleton allosaurus assumes its motionless standing state, frozen in time. Story concludes. As SCP-250 rests, the story comes to a close, leaving behind a tale of determination and unexpected gaming prowess. The hangar returns to silence, with SCP-682 still watching and Sun Wukong nodding in approval. The darkness is broken only by the soft hum of machinery, a reminder that even in stillness, there is always the potential for unexpected action. Here's a continuation of the post-credit scenario. Post-credit scenario. SCP-682 sleeps. SCP-682, the unstoppable lizard monster, lies sleeping on the floor. Sun Wukong meditates. Sun Wukong sits in a meditative position, palms on knees, with his magical staff resting beside him. SCP-250 skeleton shifts. Skull and tailbone fall off. The skull and tailbone of SCP-250 skeleton suddenly fall off, clattering to the floor. Sun Wukong intervenes. Sun Wukong opens his eyes, noticing the dislodged skeleton parts. Magical staff at work. With a subtle smile, Sun Wukong raises his magical staff. Reassembly and repair. Reassembling SCP-250. Sun Wukong uses his magical staff to reassemble and rearrange SCP-250 skeleton body parts, restoring them to their correct positions. Tightening loose parts. With precise motions, Sun Wukong tightens the loose skeleton body parts, ensuring SCP-250's structure is secure. Restoration complete. Sun Wukong lowers his staff, and SCP-250 skeleton stands whole once more. Return to meditation. Sun Wukong returns to meditation. Sun Wukong settles back into his meditative position, eyes closing as he resumes his calm, motionless state. SCP-682 remains asleep. SCP-682 continues to sleep peacefully, unaware of the brief disturbance. Scene fades to black. The post-credit scenario comes to a close, leaving the viewer with a sense of wonder and curiosity. Here's the final part of the post-credit scenario. Post-credit scenario, final part. Sun Wukong's magical staff glows. Sun Wukong's eyes remain closed, but his magical staff begins to glow with a soft, blue light. SCP-250 skeleton transforms. The magical staff's energy envelops SCP-250 skeleton, and its bones start to transform into shiny, grayish metallic structures. Claws and toenails sharpen. The allosaurus skeleton's claws and toenails grow sharper, gleaming with a razor-like edge. Transformation complete. SCP-250's new form revealed. The transformation complete. SCP-250 skeleton now shines with a metallic luster, its claws and toenails sharper than ever before. Sun Wukong returns to meditation. Sun Wukong's magical staff ceases to glow, and he settles back into his motionless meditative position, eyes remaining closed. Scene fades to black. The post-credit scenario concludes, leaving the viewer with a lasting impression of Sun Wukong's incredible abilities and SCP-250's new, formidable form. Here's a continuation of the post-credit scenario. Neon-lit decoration. Sun Wukong's magical staff glows. Sun Wukong's eyes remain closed, but his magical staff begins to glow softly. Purple neon-lit light trails appear. The magical staff's energy generates softer, purple glowing neon-lit light trails that dance across the metallic allosaurus skeleton SCP-250. SCP-250 skeleton shines. The neon-lit light trails wrap around SCP-250 skeleton, accentuating its metallic structure and giving it an otherworldly appearance. Sun Wukong's artistic touch. Intricate patterns emerge. The neon-lit light trails coalesce into intricate patterns, swirling and curling around SCP-250 skeleton. Sun Wukong's staff moves deftly. Sun Wukong's magical staff moves with precision, guiding the light trails to create a breathtaking work of art. SCP-250's transformation complete. With a final flourish, Sun Wukong's staff ceases to glow, leaving SCP-250 skeleton transformed into a dazzling, neon-lit masterpiece. Here's a continuation of the post-credit scenario. Final touches. Sun Wukong's magical staff glows softly. Sun Wukong's eyes remain closed, but his magical staff emits a gentle glow. Tiny AI magical device appears. A small, intricately designed AI magical device materializes in Sun Wukong's hand. Device attached to SCP-250's skull. Sun Wukong carefully places the device on top of the metallic skull of SCP-250, securing it with a delicate touch. AI magical device activates. Camera-like AI scanners activate. The device's camera-like AI scanners spring to life, emitting a soft hum as they begin to scan and analyze the surroundings. SCP-250 systems integrate with device. The allosaurus skeleton's metallic body begins to glow with a soft, blue light as its systems integrate with the AI magical device. Sun Wukong's masterpiece complete. With the final piece in place, Sun Wukong's magical staff ceases to glow, and he opens his eyes, admiring his completed masterpiece.